Hello and welcome to another Saturday night Stack Chat with me, the Stack Collector, now sponsored by the all-new improved Stackers Social Discord server, the place where we come together, hang out and talk about all things shiny. And we've got a very special show tonight because not only do I have a wonderful guest joining me, but we're also going to be celebrating me hitting 1,000 subscribers, which means I now finally get to give away all these goodies you see in front of me right here. But without any further delay, let's welcome MacDonald Bullion onto the show. Hey MacDonald Bullion, how you doing, buddy?
Hi there, yeah, very well, thank you. It's good to be here.
Excellent, it's great to have you here, mate. Thank you so much for joining me on this one.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm quite pleased you're doing it today, really. So it's it's going to be a good one, I think.
Definitely, we're going to be finding someone to meet. I can't get my words out today. We're going to be making someone very happy today, indeed, with all the goodies we've got to give away. But I just want to say a very quick hello to all the people that we currently have in the chat with us. We've got 365 Days of Silver, Gordy's Gold and Silver, we've got Luke, we've got 7 Stacks, Blistering Barnacles Adventures, Jamie Frost, my friend from Japan, is here with us as well. We have Shiny Stacker, Silver Sins, very glad you could join us, Silver. Silver's actually donated one of the gold bars that we'll be giving away today. We've also got Stephen with the Freeze for He's, my friend, it's great to have you here. Silver Punk, thank you very much for joining us. Gary Crawford and Primo Prep 2. So guys, thank you so very much for joining us today. Shall we go through the items that we're going to be giving away today very quickly?
Yeah, let's go through it because I've forgotten actually. You've got so much. You'll have to remind me.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit bigger than it was on the video I put out because we've had some wonderful items donated from the community. The items I've put in myself are the 1 gram gold Tavex bar, the 1 gram silver Backyard Bullion TSC bar, you've got the poker chip and sticker, but you've also got the 1 gram Horaeus gold bar, which was donated by Silver Sins. There's the Assayed Nadia 1 ounce silver bar, which was donated by James Elliott. Jamie Frost has donated the Kyoto Assayed Japanese coin. 365 Days of Silver has donated it's just under 2 ounce GPS tracker round. They are a 2 ounce GPS tracker round. I was thinking of something else. I do apologise. You've got the Stacker Social sticker, the Stack Collector sticker. You've got a 5 ounce copper bar which has been donated by Cardiff Gold, and you've got the 3 aluminium pours donated from Gold Silver Hunter. So there's a lot of items right there, and I genuinely cannot wait to find someone to go home with them today. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Yeah,
that's a lot of prizes.
Yes, 365 just corrected me. It's just over 2 ounces. I'm sorry, mate. I was thinking about. I got mixed up with this that I just got from Silverpunk and 365 and Cyber Soundman, which is 1.9 ounces. So I do apologise about that. It is just over 2 ounces with GPS tracker around. That was my mistake, and I am very sorry about that. Silverpunk said, "Yeah, no clipping, mate." Absolutely, no. I would never do that, buddy. But it's going to be fantastic. So we've had quite a few people enter. I think it was around 230 people that sent it into the giveaway. So we're going to be doing 3 qualifying races to start off with, and then we'll do the grand finale later on in the evening. I've already put a list of who's going to be in which qualifier in the description of the video, so if you would like to have a quick look at that, you can see if you're going to be in qualifier 1, 2 or 3. The names are all there, but they have been they've been done in alphabetical order. So the A to G's are going to be in the first race, G to O in the second race, and O to Z's in the third race. So that's how we're going to be doing it tonight, and it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. Stephen said, "Don't let 365 near you, Geigers." Absolutely not, 100%. Blistering Barnacles has said, "Please like and share," and yes, absolutely, please do so, guys. It would be absolutely fantastic if you could give it a like and a share. We've got Stu's Metal Detecting's joined us. Stu, it's great to have you here, mate. Thank you very much for joining us. I just want to let everyone know, as per usual, if you have any questions for myself or for MacDonald Bullion, just pop them into the chat. If you can put at the Stat Collector before that, it makes it a little bit easier for me to notice them in the chat. But feel free to ask us any questions that you may have today. And if there's anybody else who's joined us and I haven't mentioned as of yet, thank you very much for popping across. Joseph Lopez has just joined us. He says, does anyone have Sal's contact information? Because I have something extremely important to the stacking community in the United States. Well, I don't have him personally, but if anyone does have Sal's contact details, just let Joseph Lopez know, because he's trying to get hold of them. Nick Almonds here. He says, hello everyone, congrats on 1K. Thank you very much, buddy. It's an absolutely brilliant to have got there. I couldn't believe it the other day when it hit, and I've got to say a huge thank you to all the people in Stackers Social, because they did quite a big push the other day to get me to over 1,000, because I was just below it, and they all came together. So thank you so much, everybody. Silverpunk said, yeah, the backdrops are looking well cool. Thank you very much. I really like your backdrop, mate. It looks like you've got some really nice pieces there to share with us all tonight. What kind of stuff have you got in front of you, buddy?
Oh, well, I've probably added a few pieces actually recently, but I've got a couple of Geigers that I'm keeping far away from 365 just to make sure he doesn't smash them. I've got a couple of Dragon bars here. So the Lunar Year is going to be 24, a few more bars, a Comics coin, if you guys know your Comics coins from Newey, I think it's from.
Which one's that?
Is it? I want to say New Zealand Mint.
No, which comic? Sorry, mate.
Oh, sorry, this Batman one here. Yeah, this one here.
Cool.
This one.
So I can't see it very well on my screen. There we go. I can see it better if I look on YouTube itself.
Yeah, you got the Comics coins, and then you got some copper bars. I wasn't really a fan of copper bars, really, but the Germanium Mint ones are really nice. And then a couple of little Robocops, and then just a few various other coins, really. A couple of bars. Yeah. But thank you.
No worries, it's a very nice spread indeed. I can see you've got some nice bunk coins at the back as well there. I can see the 2 coronation coins, which I'm not sure which one's in the middle, and I can't tell which one's at the end either. So what bunks have you got there, mate?
So you've got you've got a couple of the coronation ones here. If I pull it, it will all collapse, so I'm not going to bring it up to the camera. But this one here is just going to be the Jubilee 50p coin, which I might. Oh yeah, we'll go. It's the Jubilee 50p coin, which is it's a nice one. You can get that in change. You've got an RNLI one, the colorized coin, which I wasn't really a fan of colorized coins, but I liked that one, so I got it. And then you just got the FA Cup, I think an anniversary £2 coin, which is the only one I think I actually have, barring the ones from when you check your change and you keep them. I've got some £2, but yeah, those are the bunks in the back that I've got. But I know you've got quite the collection when it comes to bunk packs. You've got lots of different ones.
Oh, absolutely. I've got a tub full of bunks just down next to me. I'll have to go through it one day and do a video with all my bunk coins, because there's some really nice coins in there. I do try the new releases. I try and pick up both the coloured and colorized, but I get what you're saying. I'm not always the biggest fan of the coloured coins. It's more my OCD forcing me to buy them than anything else, really. I can see my good friend Coin Noob's joined us as well. So Griff, mate, it's fantastic to have you here as always. Jamie, I will make sure your duck has done all of his stretches and is ready to race when the time comes, my friend. Don't worry about that. So absolutely. Now, so have you got anything you'd like to chat about tonight at all, or are we just going to have a informal discussion?
Oh well, to be honest, yeah, we can cover a few things. I know that the guys are going to be interested in ducks races. I think it's going to happen a little bit later. But yeah, it's really just because I think the last time I came on, I know we had a bit of a chat on where we're going to sort of what we're going to get, etc. Have you got any new pickups that you've got over the various few weeks at all, or?
Yeah, I picked up a few pieces. I'll be honest with you, mate. I forget what I've even got these days. If I'm completely honest, I've picked
Yeah.
up a couple of 1 ounce bars. I've had some items sent over to me from people in the community, which has been absolutely fantastic. Um, I bought a few pizzas that haven't arrived yet because I bought the new Star Wars bar from the Royal Mint. I've got the coat of arms from the Royal Mint. They're still outstanding. It's taken them a little while to get them across to me. I've also got the new James Bond coins coming as well. So there's a few items that I've not received yet. As soon as they come in, I'll get them on the channel on one of my Friday vlog videos. But yeah, no, I've definitely been getting a few bits. I am trying not to buy as much at the moment. I'm trying to focus more on getting renovations done around the house. So as soon as that's done, I can start buying as much as I want again. But yeah, for now it's just a few pieces. But how about you? What have you been your most recent pickups?
Oh, it's probably going to be actually it's going to be the Geiger I think I got from Stephen. Stephen was selling them on Stackers Social. So if you're not on Stackers Social, if you are watching and you would like somewhere, well, it's kind of like an informal thing, really. I think it's like a Discord group. It's very easy to join, but I picked them up from him on there. And just a few little various bars and things. Really, the Dragon bars, I said I wasn't really going to pick up as many, but I just seem to be buying them all at the moment. But yeah, there is actually one thing I did want to mention to yourself. I know that you do like your Star Wars things. Um,
Yes.
with New Zealand, I think it's the New Zealand Mint. I think they recently released a comics coin, which is a Star Wars limited mintage. It's actually a lower mintage, and they've all sold out now. But I think if you do get a chance to look at it, or if anyone is a Star Wars fan, have a look at the comics New Zealand's mint proof coin that they've done. I think it's a lower mintage than the other ones, and I think they'll probably do well. But it's something to look at.
Yeah, no, that sounds absolutely fantastic. I've had some wonderful Star Wars pieces sent across recently. Both Cobe Stacker sent me a Star Wars proof, and Creative Precious Metals sent me a bit of a belated birthday present where he actually sent me the Han Solo in Carbonite bar, which is something that I've been looking to get hold of for so long. I couldn't believe it when he sent it across. I was so grateful. I really was. I can see Future Investments has joined us. He says, "Hey boys, hey all, congrats on 1K subs, mate. Bloody well deserved. Thanks for your email the other day, Mac." So thank you very much, Future. That's very kind of you, and thank you to you for emailing him as well, buddy.
Yeah,
So,
great to see him.
yeah, he's a good lad, Future, isn't he? Gold Silver Hunters here. He says, "Evening, the Stat Collector, Joss, and everyone else popping in, and we'll have on in the background with the boxing." Well, thank you very much, buddy, and I hope the boxing goes well. I hope your guy takes the win on that one, buddy. And silver and gold are too great to forget. How do I get my name on the list? There was a video I put up 2 months ago, inviting people to put comments onto that video, and I also put a post out yesterday just reminding people. So yeah, it was on that video I had on my channel. But if you have missed it, I will very quickly pop you into one of the races now. So don't worry about that, mate. We'll get you entered. So let's put you on to the second race because I've already got the first race loaded up. So there we go. Silver and gold is too great to forget. You've been added into the giveaway, mate. So don't worry about that, buddy. That's all sorted. Also, we're not going to be doing the small usual channel bundle giveaway because obviously I've got the bundle in the giveaway we're doing tonight. So anyone who commented Florin on my previous post, don't worry, I'll be using that same post for next week's giveaway. So you'll still be entered into that one next week. But we've already got 4 duck races to do throughout the evening. So I thought that was possibly enough because we had 7 last week as well. So I'm all duck raced out at the moment.
Yeah, you. I think there. Yeah, I remember there being quite a few different ones, and obviously, yeah, I suppose there's only so many that you can do in an evening, isn't there? But I think there's lots of great prizes that you have for tonight. So it'd be good to see who those actually do go to.
Absolutely, 100%. I've been really excited to get this giveaway done because I mean, hitting a thousand, you'll know how good it feels when you hit that first 1,000 subs. It's just, it's such an amazing feeling, isn't it? You know, to know that 1,000 people have gone out of the way to subscribe to your channel. I'm still getting my head over it now.
Yeah, it's a great milestone. I think it's the hardest milestone, to get, and it's a great feeling. But I think it's thoroughly deserved, mate. So yeah, well done.
Yeah, no problem at all. Coin Noob said, Silverpunk, thanks also for my lovely win on the tracker 2 ounce. Look forward to adding it to my stack. That's absolutely fantastic, Coin Noob, mate. I can't wait to see it on your channel, buddy. If anyone hasn't checked out Coin Noob's channel, he's over on TikTok, and I highly recommend you doing so because he's a great guy. He's got a great channel, just like so many other people in the chat. You know, with his Silver Sins, Future Investments, 365 Days of Silver, Blistering Barnacles Adventures, Silverpunks. They're all fantastic people. And Stephen with these as well. So get out there and check their channels out. And if there's anyone else I've forgot, I do apologise. But we'll do the first qualifier around 7:30. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. Yeah, it's 15 minutes. Everyone's just got to bear with us for 15 minutes, and that sounds good.
Oh yeah, there's one more thing I did need to let everybody know. This is from last week. Still having a few problems with my internet. It just cuts off every now and again. So if it happens tonight and the stream just ends suddenly, I will get it back up and running as soon as I possibly can do. It's just one of those things at the moment. I'm afraid. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we won't have any issues. But if we do, then just keep refreshing, and we'll be back live as soon as we possibly can do.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit difficult, isn't it? Especially with my internet's a little bit sort of hit and miss. Actually, I'm going to shut the window quickly because there's a dog barking outside.
He wanted to be on the stack chat with us, mate.
He did, yeah, he did. Right.
Yeah, Punk. That's why I have to do every time. When it cuts off, I have to reboot the router, and it still sometimes takes a little while to kick back in. But if it's same as say, hopefully we won't have any problems. But if we do, just bear with me, and I'll get the live back up and running as soon as I possibly can do. Okay, so what's been happening recently on your channel, mate? What videos have you been putting up? Anything you'd like to plug at all, or?
Yeah, well, I mean, recently I've done quite a few sort of unboxings because if you guys have been watching the channel, I have added a bit more silver to the stack recently. I have gone through it a little touch upon earlier on about some of the things I've picked up, but I did want to try and buy a little bit more silver. I wanted to get some of the dragon bars because I know that there is a new dragon bar that's coming out, I think next month, but in terms of my stack and my collection and everything, I think I'm sort of hitting that point where I want to try and get some more gold. It's really deciding what type of gold and how big I actually want to go for. Is it going to be a type of purchase that I want to do monthly, or is it going to be something where perhaps getting a sovereign or something and then sort of staggering it? I haven't really made up my mind yet. But I mean, at the moment, yeah, it's more so some of the unboxings and everything that I have been doing, and I'll be looking forward to getting that next dragon bar. I think it's supposed to come out in a month or two. The Earthmint release dragon bars, if you aren't aware, and since 2018, if I'm not mistaken. But since then, yeah, I think it's really just looking at getting some more gold into the stack, to be honest. Really, I've got a few little pieces, and the main one that everyone's sort of seen on the channel is the little grams. So really, I'm toying with the idea of where I go with gold. So what about yourself anyway? I know that you released the crown video, which looked absolutely brilliant. What's your thoughts on going forward? Are you going to add more crowns? Because I think you just completed your George III collection, if I'm not mistaken.
I have, yes. Yeah, I'll answer that in a second, buddy. But before I do so, just going back onto what you were saying, because I've noticed you've kind of changed the type of silver you've been buying recently, haven't you? You've been going for kind of different pieces, if you know what I mean. Whereas before it was more, you got a lot of the Morgan dollars, didn't you, and the the standard bullions. But it looks like you're getting into your collector's piece. Is that correct?
Yeah, I find that, and I feel like a lot of people sort of fall down the same pathway with it. I mean, I've been stacking, I suppose, for a couple of years, well, coming up to 3 years now. And I think as you get into it, the more that you appreciate other sort of collections. And I just think that I've naturally sort of realised that some of the other pieces that's out there and some of the collections and things, I thought, I'll pick up one of those and one of those. I think ultimately it's just nicer to have lots of different pieces that you can just have a look at and keep as well. There's no right or wrong really in what you want to buy. Everyone's sort of different, aren't they? But I mean, in terms of the pieces that I have got, the Morgan dollars, I've got them in my albums at the moment. I did have them out, but I am going to be looking at trying to complete my Morgan dollar album, which will probably take me a lifetime. But I thought at least if I could try and do as many Morgan dollars as I can, but also collect other sort of collectible pieces as well. So I have got some nice sort of collectible pieces that I have added to the stack. But yeah, I'm happy with how it's growing. That's for sure.
Fantastic, and they are lovely looking pieces, mate. I can really see why you're getting more into that kind of stuff. To answer your question, I will be trying to get more crowns as and when I can. I think at the moment I'm going to concentrate, because I'm not getting a lot in at the moment. I'm going to concentrate more on the series that I'm already tied into. So, like you've just mentioned, we've got the next Perfect Dragon Ball coming out soon. I'll have to get that. I think the 2024 Beskar bar has just been released as well, hasn't it? So I'll need to get that. There's the, like Stephen's mentioned in the chat, there'll be the next 2 the Beast coin coming out any time now. We've had the Dragon was released quite some time ago in both Brilliant Uncirculated and Proof. But it hasn't been released yet in Bullion, so I'll have to get that. We've just had the next Bullion coin and the next Bunk coin in the James Bond series as well. So as I said, I've got those coming in. The Royal Coat of Arms I've just picked up this year, so I'm more concentrating on the series that are ongoing that I'm already tied into to make sure I don't fall behind. And then in between that, I'll try and pick up a few crowns here and there. I'll try and pick up a few more florins because I want to get the florin collector's album finished off. And just like you say, just see what I like out there, and what I fancy picking up as and when. You don't work for Radio One by any chance, do you, buddy? Are you moonlighting on us? Future Investments has said, yeah, you sound just like Chris Stark, who used to present BBC Radio 1 with Scott Mills. He now does Capital Breakfast, but I'm sure you're him. Oh, I used to like Chris Stark on Radio 1. I've not listened to Radio 1 in ages. I didn't know he'd gone to Capital, but you're not Chris Stark in disguise, are you?
Well, you've caught me out yet now.
There we go. We've got him, guys.
I'll have to have a look now. Yeah, I don't even know who he is. I will check. I'll have a look.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I used to. Yeah, he used to be Scott Mills' sideman, and he was quite. Yeah, I used to enjoy listening to the Scott Mills show when I was driving around. So I can see that future. I really can. Blistering Barnacles event says, I don't like my treasure being trapped in plastic, but it does keep them safe. Absolutely, that's I'm more for keeping my stuff in capsules. I assume you're the same way, are you?
Yeah, I mean, it's even like the Bullion, the Bullion, keeping it out of capsules. I find it doesn't really matter so much when it comes to like Britannias and things, because ultimately, if you keep it for a long time and you sell it at a coin shop or something, I just like it looking nice, so I keep mine in capsules.
Yeah, me too. Even with the standard Britannias, because I don't buy multiples of them. I get one per year as a date run, because I've only got one of them. I personally like to keep them in capsules too, and just keep them looking as prestigious as possible. But I've said it before. I completely understand people who like to get the silver out and feel it and actually feel it in the hand. But for me personally, I think I've spoken to Coy Noob about this in the past, and I think he's very much the same as me, and I think it's because we've come from being collectors in the past, and now we're stackers, but coming from a collecting background, so we're kind of used to keeping fingerprints off of coins as much as possible and that kind of thing anyway. So yeah, I do like to keep my stuff in capsules, but same as I say, I can completely understand you not wanting to blistering barnacles, mate. Numis Nutter, hi, it's great to have you here. Just let us know that they're on their way back from the London Coin Fair. I didn't realise it was on this weekend. Have you ever been to the London Coin Fair yourself, mate?
No, and I should, because I think it's more numismatics as opposed to sort of modern bullion.
Yes.
I would like to go. I know that they've just changed location, Numis.
Yes.
Did you have a good time? Let us know. I know that you have though, and I think it wasn't the best, or.
Well, it's not that it wasn't the best. For numismatic coins, it was brilliant. It really was brilliant. Yeah. It was very, very poor attendance from bullion dealers. In fact, there was no bullion dealers in attendance. There was numismatic coin dealers. You know, some of them had bullion coins in with their other coins, but there was no actual dedicated bullion dealer stores. There was a few auction houses there as well. So it was an okay day. My problem with it was a long drive. It was 4-hour drive there, 4-hour drive back. And, I would have loved to have seen some bullion dealers there, the Royal Mint, the Perth Mint, that kind of thing. I don't want to put people off. If you're nearby, absolutely, it's a great day out. But if you're 4 hours drive away, it's perhaps not worth a drive, if you know what I mean. But I am thinking of going to the World Bullion Fair in Berlin next January, so hopefully that should be good.
Yeah, I've been meaning to go to that because it looks brilliant. Lots of different bullion dealers and all sorts by the looks of it. I have seen some videos. I can't remember whose video it was, and it just looked brilliant. It looked fantastic. Yeah. And even if you don't really go to buy anything, it's just, well, not only is it Berlin, it's a great city, but you got so many great bullion dealers and loads of different pieces, and also sort of exclusive pieces for that fair as well. So if you do have, I suppose, some money to spend, it's great. And if you don't really have any and you want a bit of a day out, it's not far. It's really not that expensive to go. But I think it was.
Oh, sorry. I think you were talking about the World Fair there, weren't you? Where the London Coin Fair is not expensive to go to at all. That's only £5 to get in, or was when I went last year. You should think about coming with us to Berlin next year, mate.
Yeah, I thought it was in the summertime, but it's in January, is it?
End of January, beginning of Feb. I think it's literally the weekend. That's the end, and last few days of January, and the first couple of days in February, but it's around January, February time every year. I think it was the video we saw was probably one of either Cobra's, CPM's or Backyard Bullion, because I know they all met up at this year's fair.
Yeah, it must have been Cobra's. I think it must have been. But it looks brilliant. I would definitely be interested in going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. James letting us know that he's off to the Osaka Coin Fair next week. He's got a 3-hour coach trip and a 90-minute flight. Well, I hope that goes well for you, mate. I really can't wait to see all the wonderful items that you are able to pick up at the fair. He gets some incredible items being over in Japan, Jamie does, and I really do love it when he sends them across. I know he's got himself a nice bottle of Jack Daniels tonight, so I hope you're having a good night, mate, and I hope you're enjoying it. I just want to say hello to Tuli, and thank you very much for joining us. It's amazing to have you here. Numis Nutters said, I got there for the last hour, got bargains, got a load of scrap silver crowns. Well, that's fantastic. I know I picked up a few bargains when I went. There was one stall in particular, and I think they were selling silver coins. I think it was 5 for 75 quid, and they had some 925 crowns in there and some 1 ounce bullion pieces. So there are a few decent bargains hiding here and there. I found personally a lot of the coins were overpriced for what they were, but that wasn't, obviously that's not all of them, and there were a few decent bargains if you were able to rummage around enough. They definitely didn't like us filming there when me and Cobra went. We had words with a few of the security guards, even though we got permission to film while we were in there. So yeah, it can be quite difficult to film when you go around there. Gordy's let us know. Sorry, guys, had to pop off for dinner. All back now. Well, I hope you had a nice meal, mate. What did you have? I'd be very interested to know. I've got quite a boring meal for later. No Chinese tonight. It's just chips with mac and cheese for me after I'm finished. So, quite an easy one. Yeah. And just want to agree with 365 Days of Silver, who said some great names in here, and there absolutely is some fantastic people who's come to join us this week, as they do every week. So it's always fantastic to have you guys in the chat with us. Yeah, like Bristol Barnacles has said, what did you have, Gordy, mate? We're all interested. We want to know. But it is 7:30 already. So shall we get the first qualifier out of the way?
Sounds great. Yeah, let's do it.
Fantastic. Right, I've got the first 74 names preloaded into this, so let me get us transferred over onto the desktop. There we go. Just let me know when you can see the duck race on YouTube, just to make sure I haven't done anything daft like fade to black like I have done in the past.
Yes, I remember that. That was brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant for everyone else, not so much for me. You got to hear the race at least.
It was so intense, though. It was a minute and a half, I think, of just pure darkness, and it was so intense. None of us could see the...
Absolutely. Is that showing on YouTube? Is it?
It's all good, mate.
Brilliant. So we've got 1 minute, 74. The first 74 people. Let's see who's going to be the first lucky finalist. So if you can count down from 3, as soon as you say go,
yep,
we will get the first qualifier on the road.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, go.
And they're off, and straight away it is red stripy duck coming out of the gates with the early first position, but they are being chased down by plain duck 22, who's just taken the lead. We've got first quarter of the race over, and it's now plain duck 42 in the lead, but likewise it is a very mixed pack and it could go either way at the moment. Witch duck took the lead very briefly, but has now fallen back, and we have Pink Star Duck there in the lead right now, but they've just been overtaken by Astronaut Duck with the first half of the race just finished. We have 23 seconds left to go on the race. It could be literally anybody's race right now, but it's all changed with 18 seconds left. Don't be Clown right now with the strawberry hat on, but they are pulling back very slightly. Bolts for Clown, number 19, is in the lead with the final 10 seconds left to go. But who is this? It's Sparduck, number 26, has just stormed away, but CY Sterling has... and it's CY Sterling! What a fantastic win by CY Sterling right there. That's absolutely brilliant. So we have our first finalist. Congratulations, CY Sterling. I'm just going to make note of that so I don't forget for later, but... shut that duck up. He's quacking in my ear. And CY's done very well on the last couple. I think he was in the final of the last one as well, if I remember correctly. So close but no cigar on that one. Let's see if he can be a little bit more lucky on this one. But we'll add him in as the first finalist. And we've got 2 more qualifiers left to go. And after that, about 9 o'clock, we'll be doing the actual final itself and find out who gets to go in with all those goodies. But a massive congrats to CY for winning that first race. It's great to see you in the pole position there. Okay, brilliant. Right, that's the first one out of the way. Anyway.
Yeah, it was. That was an intense one. Congrats, Sai. I think is Sai with us. I'm sure he'll find out soon enough anyway. But I've just seen Silver's question actually.
Yes, I was just about to get to that in a second. I can see CY's here as well. He says, thanks guys, so that's no problem. Well done, CY. So yes, have you got any new 50p's in your collection? I know you've picked up a couple recently, haven't you?
Yeah, to be honest, since I got the RNLI coin, which you can probably see, you might not be able to see it, but it's hidden behind here. I can't lift it because it will all collapse. But that's going to be the latest one. To be honest, the 50p's, if anything, it's more so that I'm looking at my change. I'm going to try and get some 50p's from the bank over the next week or two, and I'm going to try and do a bit of a coin hunt, whether that's a video or live. I've not decided yet, but it's a shame, really. I like the coin hunts. It's just difficult to get the coins sometimes. It depends where you go. Because I've had different from all sorts of different banks. I think if you find a bank that will give you 50p's in general, it could be quite a challenge, especially if you want to do coin hunts. But to answer your question, no, I haven't really got many. Apart from the RNLI, unless there's something special comes out, like another coronation or something, I think I'll probably lay off the Star Wars and James Bond at the moment, just purely because I've just got other things that I want to buy.
Yeah. What about? I'll tell you which one. I mean, I've got all the new ones that have come out. So recently I've had the two Star Wars, the RNLI, which you've got the latest Harry Potter. But what's your thoughts on the most recent 50p from the Royal Mint, the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings? I quite like that one.
Yeah, let me have a look at it, because I remember taking a brief overview of it the other day. Let me have a quick look at it again, and I will tell you.
Yeah, it's quite a nice coin. I think while you're looking into that, I think it's I think it's going to do well. I think it's one of those things that people like to commemorate, and I think it will do well going forwards.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I think it's something that, it's I'm just looking at it now. It's a great looking coin, and especially it's something that I'd probably get in the bunk as opposed to getting it in a. I think you can get it in another card or something.
A change checker, yeah, they're a bit cheaper in the change checker cards, but I'm like you. I like to get the bunk packs and have a read through them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at it now. I think it looks smart. Yeah, you've got the beaches on there. You've got like the little information pack. I just like having the little, something nice to look at. So I probably would go for it. Yeah, and I think you could order it now. So I'll probably order one.
Yeah, you can. You can. Mine actually came within a few days. I got mine very quickly. I was surprised by how quickly mine came. Yeah, it's absolutely. I'm looking forward to going through the bunk pack soon for the channel. We've got a question here for you from 365 Days of Silver. He wants to know, what's your favourite piece in your stack and what's on your bucket list if money was no object?
Oh gosh, my favourite piece. I'll be honest. I don't know if it's my favourite piece, but I love the little Robocops. These little. Even the colorized ones, these little Robocops, they're just lovely little coins. And they're not expensive. I'd probably say the little Robocop. I think they're little cool coins. But again, I really like the little Batman, Batarang. That's quite cool. It's so difficult to say my favourite one, but I like the little Robos, and I like sort of the Batman sort of stuff as well. But the antique ones, actually, these little half-ounce things, they're really cool as well, actually. So it's hard to put a exact thing on it. I think it's like, when you buy your items, you buy it for whatever reason. I see an item, I'm like, I really like that, and I buy it. And then when you have it all together, it's like picking your favourite child, I suppose.
It's harder. It's harder. It's easy to pick a favourite child. One's more behaved than the other one. You know what I mean? So
it's definitely. I'd probably say that. It's difficult to say, but.
So what about your bucket list item? If money was no object, say you won tonight's lottery and it was a rollover and you had unlimited funds to spend, what is the first coin you'd go out and buy?
It would be it would probably be the rarest Morgan dollar I could find. I think it's the 55. I think there's a couple of them. I remember seeing one on a TV show, actually. I can't remember what it was from, but I think it's like a $75,000 coin or something.
Is that the one with the die crack?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'll have to double check. I think it's the 1895. I want to say. I think it's like a proof coin.
Yeah, I know there's one that goes for a hell of a lot of money because there's it's like an error coin. There's a cracked die on it. But you know a lot more about the Morgans than I do, mate. But so you'd look into and find what the best and rarest Morgan dollar is, and then that would be your answer, would it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it would be the case of going, because the trouble is Morgan dollars, they are very collectible, and I think some people say they're the most collected coin. I don't know if that's true or not. I know that they're huge in the US and Canada. That not so much, I suppose, as common here as it is in the US for obvious reasons. You know, people collect British coins and everything here.
Yeah,
But
the way I see it, buddy, it's like the Morgans, etc., are their version of our crown. So you kind of
yeah,
get people collecting the crown over in the UK and the Morgans because of the distance. There's just more available in our markets as opposed to the Morgans and vice versa, if you know what I mean.
yeah, it's getting that. You know, when you don't see an item so often, you kind of want to have it because you want it for your
Yeah,
collection. When you
yeah.
see, it's like when you see lots of 50p's and things. You know, there's some people sort of abroad, whether they're US or something, that really love 50p's, and I suppose we don't really appreciate it because they're just change and people don't really
Well,
care. But over when you don't see
I
it, it's
def
great.
yeah, I definitely appreciate them. I do love a 50p, but one of
Yeah.
my favourite coins. But I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. And that leads me nicely on to one of Jamie's question here. And I think, it's very much the same, right? It's a British coin, and I think they have a higher premium when you look at places like America, etc. But he's asked, what's your thoughts on sovereigns?
Brilliant. In my opinion, they're the best gold coin you can buy if you're in UK.
Yeah,
In my
yeah,
opinion, it's you can't go wrong with them. They're low premium. I want to say they've got the numismatic factor. They're old coins basically, but the gold content that you get for the price you pay. I mean, I'm going to say Tavex Bullion just because I use their website quite a lot. I know that the spread between them buying it back and them selling it to you is about 14 quid. So
yeah.
when it comes to the pre, 14 quid for a £450 coin is really good. They're the best. They're the best coins you can get, in my opinion. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think, I absolutely agree. Sovereigns are arguably the best gold coin out there. I think, like you say, they're very liquid. You can get them very close to spot. They're a historic collectible coin, and there's a lot of good things about sovereigns. I know there's a lot of people out there that prefer the quarter ounce Brits. Me personally, I'd rather get a sovereign than a quarter ounce Brit, just purely because of the history behind them, and you can get date runs going back hundreds of years with them. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of sovereigns myself. I know Jamie, he loves his sovereigns too. He's got some very nice sovereigns as well. But yeah, no, I agree with you there 100%. Blistering Barnacles has said peace dollars are very collectible. They are, but don't get me wrong, I actually think peace dollars are nicer than the Morgans. I prefer the peace dollars, but I think most people, like what you said there, Mac, is most people prefer the Morgans to the peace, don't they?
Yeah, I will. I know I will do the Peace Dollar collection someday. I need the albums for it. I kind of want the US albums. But they're great coins. They're lovely coins, and they're probably a bit of a nicer commemoration, sort of after the First World War and it being, peace. They're lovely coins, so I can see why people like them, and they are very collectible.
Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. Average Stacker 82 says sovereigns, they have lots to choose from years to heads, so much to choose from, and they are at a good price too. Absolutely, and that's one of my favourite things about them, that you can get Queen Victoria, you can get King Edward, King George V, the Sixth. There's some fantastic designs on the sovereigns, and I'm a big fan of the Benedetto Pastrucci George Slave Dragon as well, which is the standard reverse design. But there's some other fantastic designs out there too, such as the shield back and the Australian sovereign as well. So yeah, I definitely disagree with Stephen Godsmoney, who says sovs are for poor people, lol. But gold is gold, mate. Gold is gold. Joseph Lopez has said having some latency issues with my internet. Okay, yeah, I saw you asking who won the first one. It was CY Sterling who won the first race, and we'll be doing the second qualifier at around 8 p.m. The third qualifier for 8:30, and then we'll do the final at the usual duck race time of 9 p.m. So yeah, that's when we'll be looking to do the races going forwards. As much as close as possible. We may be a little bit late on one or two there. What's FTW mean? For the win? Is it for the win?
I'm going to say yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Yeah. Yeah, 365 says peace dollars FTW, so I assume that means for the win. I'm not very good with slang talk like that. Blistering Barnacles says, Stephen, no, I agree with you there, Blistering Barnacles, mate, 100%. CY Stanley says, peace dollars are a much shorter run and there are more varieties of Morgans, making Morgans more collectible. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm just going on the design of the peace dollar. I think they've got a great design to them. Very art deco design. It screams the 1920s, and I'm a fan of that. But I still love the Morgans too, and I've definitely got more Morgans than I have peace dollars. Silverpunk said, silver and gold are too great to forget. Oh mate, hope you are on the mend. Take care, buddy. Oh, I think I've missed something there. Let's have a look. When I was in the hospital getting heart surgery a few weeks back, your videos kept me from losing my mind in the hospital while I was healing. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm very glad to hear that. And likewise, I hope you're on the mend, mate, and I hope you get well very, very soon, my friend. Let's have a look. Emerald Costacker says, care to give a take on most sought after US coins, bullion bars, rounds, etc.? I wouldn't know, really. To be honest with you, I assume the most sought after US coins these days would probably be the American Silver Eagles. I would assume. What would be your thoughts on that, mate?
It's a good question. I think the premiums on the American Silver Eagles, they've definitely come down. There was I want to say it was about a year ago or a year and a half ago, where American Silver Eagles, I think it was the US Mint, they weren't creating as many for that year and premiums just shot up. They are still very collectible, but in terms of collectible US coins, I mean, you've got so many. I'm looking at my red book now, and if you haven't got, I'm not going to be able to show it on camera, the red book is United States coins. I'm not going to be able to show it properly, but it's a book that comes out yearly. You don't need to buy it every year, but in all honesty, if you're interested in US coins, this is what I use, especially for my Morgan dollar collection. So usually it tells you values, which is a bit hit and miss. They're not completely accurate. So just use a bit of sort of due diligence with it. But it's got every US coin in there. They keep it up to date. They tell you what to look for. Whenever I look at my Morgan dollars and I try and look through and try different dies and things, it's really useful to use. So yeah, I would say Morgan dollars, just the most collected ones, in my opinion. I think peace dollars are great. Barber dimes, they're really good. You've got loads of great US coins. I like them. But I'd say probably Morgan dollars. Yeah, probably the most collected ones, I think. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think they're definitely up there, 100%. I just want to say a very quick hello to Anxious Stacker. It's great to have you here, buddy. Luke said, most probably the goldbacks here in England, and I can understand that. I think the goldbacks are very, very popular and very relative, actually, because I've just dropped a video about goldbacks today, and we've got a bullion dealer who's now stocking them on a regular basis, which actually makes them a lot easier to pick up here in the UK, and it's next day bullion, because until now you'd have to get them from the secondary market, and it could be quite difficult to get hold of. So really great news to know that this dealer's starting to stock them over here in the UK now. Jamie Frost has said, and that's 100% right, mate, thank you very much for reminding me. He says, does that Die Break Morgan have the nickname Scarface? It does, yes, absolutely. That's 100% right, mate. That is the one I'm referring to, buddy. Let's have a look. 365 says, I'm going to have to get that book. And I don't fault you, mate. I'm a big fan of collectible, coin albums. I think they're great. They really do help spur you on to finish the album and buy more pieces for it. Blistering Barnacles has said, it truly is a great coin, the American Silver Eagle, even though it has a tracker. Absolutely. Just buy the Type 1s and you're safe. It's the Type 2s you've got to watch out for. 365 just said the same thing. BBA, just for Type 2s, the Type 1s are safe. Yeah, 100%. Love to see a British gold back in the pound. That would be absolutely cool. I've got a copper banknote, which is a pound note, which was sent across to me by John Ingram, who's a great guy, and they're really cool. James Reel's here. He's jumping in for thumbs up and congrats TSE. Thank you very much, James, mate. I really do appreciate that, buddy, and thank you for popping in to add a like to the video. TSE, you are the most attentive host of any channel I've ever been on. Very nice of you, sir. Keep us all involved. Well, thank you very much, Silver and Gold. Are too grateful to forget. I mean, I do say the third person in the chat is the live chat as well. So, you know, it's fantastic to have you all here with us. And I love taking all the questions that you guys have. It's absolutely amazing. Tooley's off. She's going to pop back in. Need to take off for a little while. Well, no worries, Tooley. We look forward to having you back with us in a little while. And yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. I'm always being tracked, says Nick Alman. I'm exactly the same, mate. You know, I'm constantly opening my window to find people, you know, with binoculars parked outside the house. I'm not, but you know, absolutely. Yeah. So just a reminder, if anyone does have any questions, it can be anything at all. Feel free to add them in the chat, and we'll get back to any questions as soon as possible. If I do miss your question by any chance, then please feel free to re-add them in the chat, because the chat can go very quickly at times and it is possible to miss, but we never want to miss any questions, and we'd love to answer all of them. James Rio says, 365, what's up, mate? You have a beautiful family, at least what I hear, lol. He has a great family, doesn't he? Did you see his video recently where his kids just took over?
Oh yeah, it was brilliant. I was like, I'm surprised he was able to go all the way through it, I suppose.
I thought it was fantastic. I really did. I can't wait till his kids take over his channel and just kick him off and just do all the videos themselves. Silverpunk's had a question. Is the Earth flat?
Is the Earth flat? Wow.
Yeah.
I need you to quote the pizza quote again.
Yeah. I don't have a coaster in front of me to do it, but yes, the Earth is flat, but it's also round, just like a pizza, and I know because I've eaten one. I actually had a pizza last night.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, pepperoni, stone-baked pepperoni. It's one of my favourite pizzas. You cannot go wrong with that. Anxious Stacker said, I'll be here listening along with the headphones in, but walking up to the grocery store real quick. I can't remember if I commented on the duck race post, but I believe I did. I'm sure you did, Anxious, mate. I can remember seeing your name in the list when I was putting it together earlier. Silpunk said, haha, Blistering Barnacles Adventures. What's he said? I've missed it, unfortunately. And Gary Crawford says, question to all. Is there any I assume that means preppers. Do we have any preppers in the chat? Let us know, guys. And what are your thoughts on prepping, Matt B, mate?
To be honest, I don't really know too much about it. I know that there are people that do prepping. I'm really a complete novice with it. I really don't know much about it. I understand why people do, and it's interesting. What about yourself? What's your thoughts with it?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a prepper. Not as much these days as I used to be. I think that's mainly because I've got most of the gear, you know, in different cupboards here and there. But we've just helped out myself and Lee Parola, who's a great guy, follows the channel, and many others. We've just helped Future Investments out with his prepping journey, and we've sent him across his bug out bag. Did you manage to see that video?
I did, yeah. It was a great video. I really enjoyed that, actually. It's amazing to see like the amount of like gear that you can actually get. I mean, I think when I watched it, because it was quite a longer video, and it was just really fascinating just to see all the different types of things that you can actually get. You know, so it was an interesting one to see. It's a lot of the stuff you don't even really think about it until you're actually out there, do you? So I knew that you did you do a bit of camping, or you spent some time in the Lake District or something? So I suppose you might know more.
Yeah, Peak District, not the Lake District. It's a bit closer to me than Peak District is, but I used to go camping every Friday night. Most of the time I'd go on my own. Every now and again I'd go with friends, but I'll be honest with you, I prefer just going on my own and just having a night to myself in the woods. And what I used to do, because I used to drink at the time as well, so I'd take my tablet up with me, watch a film on the tablet, and just sit there with a drink under the stars next to the campfire. And I used to absolutely love it. I really did. And I got really. I mean, I've always been a bit of a prepper. I was an air cadet when I was younger, and an RAF reserve when I was a bit older, and that really got me into it. I can remember when I was 14 years old, I got a SAS guide to survival, and literally I used to spend near enough every day out in the garden just building like practicing building traps and shelters and things like that. So yeah, I've always been a bit of a prepper, and I think everybody should have at least have a bug out bag with a few essential items in there. That if emergency did happen, you could just grab it and go as quickly as possible. But I need to sort of go through all my bits and just sort them all out, and get my bug out bag looking a bit better, because the one that we sent across to Future really inspired me, because like you said, it had some fantastic items in there. Lee Parola put it together and then sent it over to me, and he did such a great job of putting it together that I generally found it very difficult to think of other items to add to it, but I managed to find a few items. I sent him a live straw, a multi-tool axe, some MRE meals and a couple of other bits, but Lee really did a fantastic job of putting that together for him. 365 says, ready just to go to Tesco's. Well, pick me up a pizza while you're there, buddy. I would be very appreciative of that. Luke says, prepping takes the worry out of the world for me. If I've got nearly everything I need for XYZ, then there's nothing to worry about. 100%. That's me. Just sort yourself a bug out bag and the essential items, and then just pop it into a cupboard, and then if that alarm ever comes on the TV, you've got it to just grab and go. Have you seen? Speaking of those alarms, have you seen the fake ones you can get?
No. What are they like?
It's brilliant. They're brilliant. It's basically a BBC emergency news broadcast that says a nuclear weapon has just been launched and is inbound to the UK. And
okay.
There's some awesome videos out there of people like sorting it out and making it as though that it just comes on the telly, and pranking like their friends and family with it, and there's some really fun videos. But it's something I've thought about doing many times to my friends and family, but I'm not sure if it'd go with it with me, because I'm a bit of a pranker. But it's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend checking the videos out if you haven't done so. Silver and gold. Oh, sorry, mate, go on.
No, definitely, I'll have a little look. I'll have it sounds funny anyway.
Yeah, no, it is. Some people really tie into it, and they start really panicking because they think there's an actual new convoy. Silver and Gold are too great to forget says, my favourite prepper channel is the Canadian Prepper. I've not really watched any prepping channels in quite some times. I think the one I used to watch quite a bit of was TA Outdoors. He's a UK guy. He's got a fairly decent channel, but it's not really prepping, it's more bushcraft, which goes hand in hand with prepping, but a little bit different. Tough enough prepping dinner from Coin Noob, 100%. It's always a lot harder to prep for dinner than it is for the end of the world. I'm sorted for the end of the world. I can never decide what I'm having for lunch. So, 100%. Blissman Barnacles has said, nothing better than going camping, good barbecue and a fire. Absolutely, I'm with you there, mate. It's been far too long since I've been camping, but I think I'm going to be camping this month, actually, for the summer solstice. There's a stone circle I go to, and it attracts loads of people every summer solstice. They all go down there. I think Blistering Barnacles, I think he's been himself. I think he mentioned it on the previous live, but it's completely full of people. It's a great time, and everyone just goes out, camps out for a few days and has a great laugh. Primo Prep says 365 Days of Silver, been working on getting the channel set up proper. I'm gonna have to check out some of your videos, Primo, mate, because I'm really, it's been a while since I watched any prepping videos, and I'm really into it, so I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. They say Russia is going to drop a nuclear bomb in June. Well, hopefully not. I can't see Russia dropping a nuclear bomb. They'd be annihilated, within. In no time at all, would they? If they actually launched a nuke, could you imagine what would happen?
It's just like, what is it called? Mutually assured destruction. I think that. Yeah, it's. I don't think that they would, but I mean, who knows? I don't think so, though. I think it's very unlikely.
Absolutely. It would have to be for somebody to launch a nuke. I think it's the situation they would be in they would have to be just about to lose the country. You know what I mean? If someone was trying to invade Russia and they had armies at the gates and we were just about to lose control, I can see somebody doing it then. But with the world being as it is right now, I would like to say I don't think that Russia is going to drop a nuke in June, hopefully. Bolts of Clan says, congrats on 1k. Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate that. 365 says, can't wait, Primo, and neither can I, mate. I'm definitely going to have to check that out. Average Stacker 82 says, I'm seeing a lot of hate on the Royal Mint coins. What's your views, guys? Are they worth buying from still? Well, if you can avoid buying them directly from the Royal Mint, it's definitely worth getting them somewhere else, because they're normally quite a bit cheaper than they go for on the Royal Mint. There's the issues with milk spotting, which is a genuine issue and something that bothers quite a lot of stackers over here in the UK and across the pond, of course. But they do some nice pieces. They do some nice pieces. Not everything they do is nice. They definitely have a lot of cash grabs. But I'm a fan of at least some of the stuff they do. But what about you, mate? What's your thoughts on Royal Meat pieces?
To be honest, I think you've covered the majority. I think I'd probably say the exact same. It's especially with bullion. Bullion's expensive. I'd avoid the Royal Mint for bullion. Elsewhere, but I mean, in terms of bunks, I don't mind buying bunks from the Royal Mint. They're not at all. But
well, I just want to interject on that what you've said with the bunks here, mate. It's completely different when it comes to the bunks. You'll be hard pressed to buy a bunk coin anywhere else cheaper than the Royal Mint. And that's if you want the bunk pack. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, you can save a bit of money by getting the change checker cards, because I think they cost around £8 per 50p, whereas if you were to buy it from the Royal Mint, they're normally about £12 odd, I think, for the standard non-coloured coins. So when it comes to bunk, I definitely recommend purchasing directly from Royal Mint, because when they go out of stock at the Royal Mint, they can go up in value at least a little bit quite easily, and you can struggle to get them as cheap as they're initially sold for.
Yeah, definitely. It's a similar. Actually, a good example was the RNLI coin. That went up because it was a limited mintage. You couldn't buy them from the Royal Mint, and you couldn't really buy them from any other like coin shops and things like that. If you're interested in 50p's and bunk packs and things, then I still use the Royal Mint. But in terms of bullion, I don't buy from them anymore. It's too expensive in my opinion. I'd use other dealers for gold and silver. But bunks, I'm happy to still buy bunks from them.
100%. I mean, I think bunks, buy them from Royal Mint. That's probably going to be the cheapest place you can get them from. Bullion, if you can get them from a secondary market, do it. If you want it straight away and you're worried about not getting it, then maybe get it from Royal Mint, but they are a little bit expensive. Proof coins are very expensive if you buy them directly from Royal Mint, and you will 9 times out of 10 buy them cheaper on the secondary market. So that's my opinion on it, really. Bristol Barnacles come back to me. He does know what I'm referring to. He said, did you ever go to the Nine Ladies when the protesters were there? I didn't see the protesters up there, if I'm honest with you, mate. It's been a little while since I've been up, actually. That's why I'm going to try and get up this year, because I think the last time I went was pre-COVID, so it's been a few years, so I'm looking forward to getting back onto that. 365 said, average once my To The Beast collection is complete. If they don't discontinue it, I won't be buying anything else from the Royal Mint. And I'm definitely trying to be selective now what I buy from Royal Mint. As I say, if there's any collection that I'm already in, like Star Wars, etc., I'm gonna see the collections through, but then be a lot more selective in as what new series and new collections that I go into. And Cyber Salman has just dropped a £10 super chat. Cy, that is incredibly generous of you, mate. Thank you so much. He says 1,000 is a lot of people. Congratulations, my friend. So happy for you. And Cy, I'm definitely going to give that a heart, because that's incredibly generous. I'm going to miss a bit of a chat now, unfortunately, guys, because it's 3 minutes past 8. So we will need to do the second qualifying duck race. So if you give me 1 second, I'm just going to get that loaded up, ready to go. And I just need to copy the people from the second list. Here we go. Okay, so race 2. Let's pop the names in. Sorry about this, guys. Won't be a second. Wow. Okay. Here we go. There we go. So we've got 75 people in this race, and we'll do it for 1 minute again. Okay. Let me transfer us across. Here we go. Okay. So 1 minute on the clock. 75 people in the list. We'll set that, and likewise, MacDonald Bullion, if you can count down from 3 as soon as you say go, we will start the second qualifier.
Yeah, so 3, 2, 1, go.
And they're off, and straight away it looks like it's Princess Duck coming out the blocks, but Dinosaur Duck is chasing on their heels, and we've got Reverse Cap Duck just at number 3/4 because Chef Duck, oh no, Chef Duck has taken the early lead. We've got 1/4 of the race gone, and Zorro Duck has just come out in the front, so it is any duck's game right now. And I've just seen a certain little duck in the pack there. Hello, Mr. Wiggy. Come on, Wiggy, what can you do for us today? It's been a while since we saw you, but we love to have you here. And Santa Duck is flying across. He must be enjoying his break. It's halfway through the year. He's got nothing to do till December, and he's storming away. But no, he's pulling across as Grandma Duck takes the lead. No, as we're coming into the last final 15 seconds, it is Old Man Cigar Duck in the lead. But as we come into the final 10 seconds, will that stay the case, or will it change? We've got Green Duck flying to the front right here. Malcolm Mildes. Is it going to be Malcolm Midles? I think it is. It's Green Duck, number 56, Malcolm Midles. Well done, Malcolm. Congratulations there. Let me get back over to the studio and I'll just take a note of that. And that was Malcolm Midles, wasn't it? M-I-double-D-L-E-Z. Let me just double check that and shut this duck up. Yep, brilliant. Okay, we've got that sorted. So that is our first 2 runners up in the race. We have C.Y. Steve. I tell you, I can't get my words out today. C.Y. Sterling and Malcolm Midles are our first 2 competitors for the final tonight. So there's going to be one more final, and then we will find out who's going to be going home with all of these items right here. And what a fantastic bag of goodies that someone's going to be going home with. But yeah, as everyone says in the chat, congratulations. So I'm just going to try and go back to some of the chats that we missed to see if there's anything there. Okay, Coin Noob said, if we get nuked, having a backpack with a tin of beans ain't doing... No. What do you mean, Coin Noob, mate? That's going to save me every single step of the way. No. I mean, if you're in the blast radius, it's not going to do anything. But if you're outside the blast radius, and you know, the facilities start going down, the power comes off, water goes down, that kind of thing, then it could be very, very useful to have a bug out bag done. But no, I get what you're saying there. If you're in the blast zone, there ain't nothing stopping a nuke, is there? You know what I mean? So yeah, great point. 365 said, S&G, the person that sold them to me is planning on doing a video soon, so keep a lookout, mate. I'll share it on SS when he does. I'm not sure what he's referring to there, but I'm looking forward to seeing that video. Let's have a look. Is there anything else we've missed? Average Stacker 82 says, understandable, 365, hope you don't discontinue them before you complete, mate. Yeah, me too. It wouldn't be the first time that we discontinue a series, and I think it's awful when they do discontinue a series, but hopefully the Two the Beast they will continue with, because I quite like that series. I think it's quite good. I think the Queen's Beast were possibly a bit better designs, but I'm still a fan of the Two the Beast. What are your thoughts on it, mate?
I don't have any, but I do like them. It's a shame, really, because I wasn't. Well, I was collecting the Monarchy series from the Royal Mint, which were the 1 ounce proof coins. I think there was going to be 26 in there or something. Yeah. And they've discontinued them, which has led a big sort of controversial opinion on the Royal Mint, which is a shame, really, because I wanted to collect them. And I thought they were going to be a really nice series, but I suppose they just wasn't selling as many as they thought, and then they've just completely got rid of it. It'd be interesting to see where they go for. Tudor Beast is really nice. I hope they don't, because it's a nice collection. Same with the Queen. Well, the Queen's Beast has already been done, but I hope not, because there are collectors that are going to be out there, and they will be hugely disappointed in the Royal Mint if they do.
Absolutely. Me and Coiney were talking about this on our most recent live, and I absolutely agree with what he said. You know, if they weren't selling as many, just lower the mintage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't discontinue the series because there are people that are already vested into it. If they've already purchased the first coins in the series, so yeah, it's I'm with you there. It's poor show to stop a series halfway through when you can just reduce the mintage numbers. You know what I mean? But Scott Silver's here. He says he's back home from car hunting. Well done, over 1K, mate. Thank you very much. Have you seen any nice cars today? What are you looking for? Let us know in the chat, buddy. And I think that's about got us caught up there. So here we go. Blistering Barnacle says, can you do more duck races without prizes just for fun? I'm sure we can, mate. I'm sure we absolutely can, 100%. There's always going to be at least one duck race every single week. So yeah, I enjoy the duck races. I think they're a lot of fun. CY Sterling has said, apparently the next 2 to Beast Bullion coin is being released in July or August. Yeah, it's annoying because the bunk version's been out for a couple of months now, and I don't know why they don't just release them all together, the proof, the bunk and the bullion all at the same time. I've generally got no idea on that one. What are your thoughts, mate?
No, I agree. I think it's nicer when you release them all together, really, because I suppose if they sell out, then, well, you've still got the option of getting bunks and things. I know that bullion is going to be more popular, but the bunk packs and everything, they're a lot cheaper. So if you do like the designs of the coins, I know they're cut per nickel, but you can still get a nice little collection of them. But yeah, it's something that I would agree with when you say they should release them all together, because I think it's a bit strange they stagger it all. The only thing I can really think of why they do that is maybe either logistics or there's something that's not been said about it, or maybe they just stagger it just purely so they've got something new to release every month or every week or something. It might just be their preference of how they do business, I suppose.
Yeah, I think we need to let the Royal Mint know that they don't have to produce a new coin every single week. You know, we don't need a new piece every week. Just do nice pieces, and we'll buy more of them. You know what I mean? But it certainly has gone to the way where we're getting a new coin pretty much every week from the Royal Mint, one way or another. And I think that's just a bit too much. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a shame really, because I do like buying them and collecting them. I won't collect every single 50p because it seems like, to me, it's like how many times can you, I suppose, have the same sort of landmark or something on a coin, unless it's limited mintage. And there are nice coins out there, but I think that it's just very much I suppose a little bit of a cash grab with it, but also it just,
oh yeah,
they're always trying new ideas and trying to bring in as much money as they can because they think that's what people want, when really I think people appreciate that less is more. But I agree with that. That's my point. I think less is more. If you look at the 50p's, like years ago, they bring maybe one out a year, maybe. Like there's some years that don't have commemorative 50p's at all, and nowadays we're getting like 12 per year, and it's getting a bit silly at the moment. But it's like you say, if they can see making money from anything, then they absolutely will do. It's like this one right here, which is the new Uno and the Lion bar. The only reason I think they've even considered doing that, it's not that I like the bar, it's a nice design, it's a great bar, don't get me wrong, but I do think the only reason they produced that bar is because the previous Uno line did so well, and it just feels a little bit like a sequel. Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's like it's every. I think that the releases with the Uno and the Lion. I want to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there's going to be this bar that's recently just come out that you've shown. There was going to be the 2021 bar, which is the vertical bar, which is a lovely bar, and then you've got the proof coin as well, which did very well. The Great Engravers series, because I think the 2-ounce version is going 10 times the price of what it's sold for. So it's a really nice one to collect if you have bought that. It's something that I would probably sell and convert to gold, but it's a lovely coin. And then you've obviously got the original Uno and the Lion coin. So I want to say that there's been 4 releases of it from them, and every, I'm sure they'll release a 5th one. They'll probably release an Uno and the Lion coin that will probably sell out, and they'll probably think of something else as well. It's comes back to less is more, I think, with it. It kind of takes
Yeah.
the special factor of Una and the Lion when really it's probably the best design that they do. But it's kind of like you don't want a sequel of a good film because you know that it's great how it is. You don't want to change it.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. And it just takes away a little bit, doesn't it? You know what I mean? When you get the next one come out, which isn't quite as good, and then it gets to a point where they're just doing it to buy the money, not to produce a nice piece. And I think Royal Mint should be concentrating more on producing nice pieces, because if it did that, people are going to buy them anyway.
Yeah,
And
yeah. It's a shame really because I really wish with the Royal Mint. I wish there was some type of. I mean, they've got the customer service, but I wish there was something in place where there would be a real place to put feedback where they can say, we've heard your thoughts and this is what we're going to do. But there doesn't seem to be anything like that. It's just very much that we've made this decision, we hear your concern, but we're going to go with this anyway.
Yeah, and the customer service that you get at the Royal Mint is hit or miss. Sometimes I'll speak to people and they're really helpful and I can't complain about it.
Yeah.
Other times I'll speak to people and I literally want to bang my head against a brick wall when I come off the phone. I once put a complaint into the Royal Mint and they didn't even bother to respond to it. And I just think that's absolutely disgusting. If someone's going to write a letter of a complaint, the least you can do is to respond to the letter. And so as I say, it's a little bit hit and miss. But I like Sai's comment here. I agree with this. He said, I always said that they should put the Petrucci George of the Dragon design on a bar. I'm with you 100%. I think that would look great on a bar. I think that would be a great idea to do on a bar, and I would certainly buy it. I'm a big fan of that design. And I think, doing that rather than doing another Una and the Lion would probably be better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that might look good on a landscape bar as well, as opposed to Una and the Lion. That would fit quite well, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Just because of the design, I think it would look a little bit better on a landscape bar. 365 says, "Can you lend me some cash?" Absolutely. And if you can lend 365 some cash, send some my way as well. We're all good. Silverson's report. Hi, Stu, buddy, and chat. Haven't missed any wins apart from CY getting through. Have I? Yes, we've had our second runner-up. It was Malcolm Midles, who's the second runner-up. So we're going to be doing the third race at probably just after 8:30, and then we'll do the finale at 9:00. So still everything in to win right now. I think a nice round number, 1 kilogram, and let's have a look. That's for 365 days of silver. Size, stop slowing Silverpunk down. He's got a 23 Oz hairy cow to pour. Oh, have we had the? Have we had confirmation on the? On the weight then, or is that just a guess? Because it's going to be a hefty heifer. That hairy cow is definitely 100%. Sive Salmon said, limit the mintage, do the Suzuki design, and bang, the RM back in business. Yeah, I think it would be great to see a few more limited mintage pieces from the Royal Mint. I definitely agree that Suzuki would be a great design. Are you all right to just respond to the comments just for a moment, mate? I just need to nip to the toilet, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's take a look.
Cheers. I'll be back in a moment.
No worries, mate. So I've just seen the 1933 pennies. The 1933 penny. That's if you're not aware of the 1933 penny, I think it's the rarest coin that you can actually get in the UK. I think they only made about 6 of them. And a lot of them went to underneath churches and things like that. And I think there is one still out in the world somewhere, or was nicked. So 1933 penny. If you find that, that's definitely one to have or to sell. But I think there's about 6 or 7 of them. But who won the first race? The first race, I think it was Sai. It's going to be Sai that won the first race. Just to answer your question, but I think TSC has them all written down. But Sai, sing us a song, and you do not want to hear my singing voice, that's for sure. I think it's a quick way to get everyone to click off the video if I start singing. But maybe TSC, he might, because he's in a good celebrationary mood right now. He might come back and sing you a song. But yeah, it's great to have you all here. The M235i is a lovely car, but I prefer the old school stuff. I assume that's M2. I'm gonna say that's a BMW, but I'm not great on cars. I like the older cars, the old Camaros. I want to say a 69 Camaro. I like those sort of muscle cars, the old ones anyway. They look quite cool. Cider Sam. Sorry, Si, it's going to be. I'll double check with. I think it was CY Sterling. Sorry, Si, I just got you mixed up. But CY Sterling won the first race. I can't remember who won the second race, but TSC will have it written down. Ray says so many new creators.
Malcolm Midles.
There we go. He says.
Yeah.
So if you are here, that's the one that won the second. So many new creators in the community. Let's hope they all make that magical 1,000 subs milestone like TSC. And Ray, yeah, I absolutely agree with you. There's so many new content creators, people that film videos, even people that aren't really interested in releasing videos frequently on YouTube. It's a nice place to have, to meet lots of different sort of like-minded people when it comes to bullion, coins, numismatics in general. There's in the past couple of years, there's really been a good, a nice sort of coming together, especially that's sort of been powered by, very good members of the community like 365 and everything, with Stackers Social and other things that's in place as well. It's been a really good coming together over the last couple of years, because really, especially from when I think about when I started, there wasn't really anything out there other than there was lots of US channels, but there didn't seem to be many UK channels. So it's just really nice to see sort of everyone creating videos, even if they don't release frequently, but 1,000 subs, yeah, there hopefully will be lots more to come. Old muscle. CY says, old American muscle cars are really cool. Yeah, it just reminds me of the old school films, really. The old muscle cars, the Camaros, the Ford Mustangs, and things like that. The V8 engines, they're just brilliant. Gordy, Gold and Silver, I would love to hit that 1K, but I still have loads to learn and do. To be honest, Gordy, it's all a bit of a trial and error, I think. I think when it comes to creating videos, if you're going to do it regularly, so long as you try and make a correction in your next video, over time it just builds up. But the best thing that you can do is just point a camera and record, basically. I was recording in my car, up until last year, in my bedroom. I didn't have a setup at all. So really, it's great to see everyone's collections. You don't have to have a nice Gucci setup to start recording videos. So if you are interested, it's always great to see new people come in and release videos to show off their collections. There are definitely people in the community that have great stacks that I would love to see their collections. But yeah, TSC, have you noticed, if you are back, have you noticed any new channels recently that's come in?
Yeah, there's been loads. Gordy's one of them. I've been checking his videos out. Nerd UK is another one. There's quite a few popping up. And they're popping up all the time now these days. So yeah, it really is fantastic to see. I completely agree with Ray. I hope that they can all get to 1,000 subscribers as well. That would be fantastic to see. And just if you are a new creator, just stick at it. No one was perfect when we first made our own videos, were we?
No.
I watch back my old stuff now, and I cringe, and I still cringe with some of my recent videos as well. So yeah, 100%, mate. But I was just so impressed with how you're handling things, mate. So I'm going to sit back for a bit and let you control the show.
Yeah, you can if you want, but it's I don't want to take it away from you, so I'm just a bit conscious. I don't want to go
like Luke said. Stack Chat with Mac. How good does that sound?
Yeah, TSC might just have his Chinese now, so.
Well, I mean, I do bring a bit of cheese with me, so you could say it's Stack Chat with mac and cheese.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, that's got a better ring actually.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, I've got mac and cheese later, like I say, so there we go. Gordon said, thank you very much for checking out my channel, TSC. I know it's no problem at all, mate. It's it's really is fantastic to see when new guys starting up their channels. I genuinely love it. I really do. I post constantly, but they aren't that great. Yeah, I love your videos, BBA, mate. I really do. I enjoy your ride movie videos. I really do like your little shorts you do with all the different coins. And whenever we get to see a bit of magnet fishing, I'm all for that. I think that's a lot of fun. So I said he cringes at all his videos. Yeah, me too, mate. Don't worry about that, buddy. Jamie Frost says, at TSC, I've just done this specific density test on my Tempo Shuho coins. I'm sending them to Oz. They all come out at 8 up to 8.7. Is that tolerance acceptable? I have no idea, mate. I'd have to double check it when I do the specific gravity test. So yeah, I'd probably just look that up online just to make sure that they are in tolerance. But I don't know what the correct tolerance would be without checking that, unfortunately. When you say you're sending them across to Oz, are you sending them over to Matt? Because Matt Thompson, who's a great creator from Australia, he's just sorted himself out an actual bricks and mortar store that is opening up, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So is that why you're sending them across, Jamie? Let us know, buddy. Silpunk says, Tiger Stacker, hey mate, hey, yeah, we'll get a reply out. That one is free though. Oh, brilliant. And Tiger, thank you so much for joining us. It's great to have you here. And thank you so much for the super chat. That was incredibly generous of you, mate. Thank you so much. He says, hello, Stack Collector. Nice to hang out with you all. New sub here. Oh, thank you very much, mate. I really do appreciate it. I really do. Cool. So, do you want to do a few more comments for 5 minutes until we do the duck race?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go for it. I'm just trying to catch up with it because it's refreshed on my device. I'm just trying to figure out where it was last. Hi, Tiger. Right. So we've got Silverpunk. Hey, mate. Yeah, we'll get a reply out. That one is free though. You got a hello to Blister and Barnacles from Tiger as well. Mac Attack Stacker. Return of the Mac. Yeah, there we go. TSB, you can go. I'll take it from here. Mac Chat 365. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We've got Silverpunk. No problem. It was fun doing it. Gold Silver Hunter. That's me. But yeah, Tiger Stacker. It's great to have you here. TSC. It's a good milestone video. That's for sure. I'm very pleased that I'm here for TSC's 1,000 subscriber video giveaway live stream, stack chat, whatever
Thank you.
you try to call it. So it's great to be here. So yeah, thanks for you, TSC, for having me on anyway.
No, thank you, buddy. It's a pleasure to have you here, and I'm sure this will be a stack chat that I remember for years to come. As you say, celebrating my first 1,000 subs. So I'm super happy that it's you here with me, mate.
Yes, it's a great milestone, and it's even if you are releasing videos and things, don't worry so much about trying to get so many subs. Just keep creating content, and it will improve. I'm by all means not a great editor or anything like that. I'm very much just put everything on my desk and shoot a camera and I just talk, really, and I'm surprised people even want to listen about me talking about gold and silver. So the milestone of hitting 1,000, like TSC says, it is a really nice milestone to get because I think it's the most difficult, and it's lovely to see and meet new like-minded people that really do like gold and silver stacking and numismatics in general. So it's great to have you all here this evening. You got GSH saying, hi Gordy, Stu's, I'm slowly moving up and well happy with how many I have and the people that help. Love is crazy, Jamie, and help me move up, and I'm so grateful, bro. Yeah, it's great to see new channels and everything come up. I'm pleased that you're happy with it as well. 365, very generous, Tiger. Yeah, great. Very generous of you, Tiger. Thank you so much for doing that to TSE. I'm sure he's very pleased. He's very pleased with his 1,000 subscribers, and I'm very pleased
Absolutely.
to be on here as well, pretty much. It's great to be here. We've also got Tiger. I'll look. Congrats on a K subs by Razor. You've also got 365. Question for Mac. What is your alcohol drink of choice? Well, that's a great question. To be honest, I mean, this evening if it's a barbecue day, I'll have a Marjorie, like a lager or something. Or if it's something else, I usually have whiskey. So in terms of what whiskey I like the most, I usually prefer bourbon, but I don't think I've actually discovered sort of my favourite one as of yet. I do have a Jack Daniel's single barrel that I've not drunk, which is like a little collection bottle that I've got, which I'm saving as a bit of a collector's piece. But yeah, I'd probably say bourbon, but I do like Glenmorangie, I think it's called, which is a malt whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what I would say anyway. So you've got Stu, Jamie, bro. You're damn awesome, bro. I'm so glad I get you and all the awesome people on here. It's great that we've got such a good community here as well. 365 now we're talking. James, great people here from Average Stack at 8-2. Great to have you here as well. You've got some highs. I was fed up with that 947. Sorry, guys. You mean? I've got one here from Sai, actually. If VAT and CGT were not a thing, what silver would you recommend newbies to stack? VAT and CGT were not a thing. Well, silver, I'd probably say I like the smaller stuff just purely because if you want to liquidate it, it's easier getting rid of a bar or a coin than it is to like get rid of a big piece, like a big slab of silver. I did have a kilo bar somewhere. It's not out in front of you at the moment, but the coins and the bars and things, they actually, if you do want to sell it and you want to liquidate it and try and convert it to something else, whether that be gold or whatever, I do think it's a little bit easier. But if you do have a big piece and you want to buy gold with it or something, sometimes the bigger pieces can be easier. So really it's a double-edged sword. But I think if I was to recommend newbies, I'd say just to get a Britannia if you're in the UK, see if you like it, and if you enjoy it, diversify, see what you like. What about you, TSC? What would you say about newbies when it comes to if VAT and CGT wasn't a thing? What would you recommend?
I would say just buy what you like. You know, there's too much choice out there. You know, for me, I love an old crown. You know, I'm getting really into 1 ounce silver bars, but you know, it's personal preference, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, everyone's a little bit different. But we are at 8:30. I'm gonna try and do the duck race in a moment, but I'm having internet problems here, and I'm not able to actually load any websites on my end. So we'll give the duck race a go. If it doesn't work, we'll try it a little bit. But I'm very confused because it's not loading any websites. So I'm not connected to the internet, but we're live streaming, so I'm not sure what's happened there. But we'll give it a quick go, and then we'll come back to the chat in a moment, guys. But for now, let's do our best to try and find the next qualifier in our duck race tonight. So here we go. Fingers crossed. Luckily, I preloaded it before I started having internet problems, so it should hopefully work. But let's have a quick look. Yes, brilliant. Okay, it has worked. So, buddy, as per usual, if you want to count down from 3, as soon as you say go, we will find our final finalist.
Yeah, sounds great. So 3, 2, 1, go.
And they're off, and straight away it's Parrot Duck coming out the gates in the lead position, but you're being chased down very quickly by Plain Duck 39, Plain Duck 10, Pink Duck 26, Heart Ducks now in the lead, number 46, but they're pulling back, and Pink Zigzag Ducks in the lead very, very briefly. It is now Plain Purple Duck with Plain Pink Duck just behind, and we're just coming into the second half of the final qualifier with Purple Duck, number 57 in the lead, but as soon as I say it, they pull back, and it's now Yellow Spotted Duck in the lead. Yellow Spotted Duck, will they take it? Stellar X, no, they're pulling back, and it's now Duck, no, well, it's all over the place right now. I can't keep up with 17 seconds left to go on the race. PC Duck, Primo Prepper looks like he's looking very, very frisky right now as we come into the final 10 seconds. Is it going to be Primo Prepper, our final? No, Primo, I'm so sorry, you're falling back. Plain Duck 39 is storming away. Taylor Smith 1894, and Taylor Smith 1894 has taken it. Our final finalist in the duck race tonight. Let's get back over to the studio. There we go. Let me just very quickly write that down. That was Taylor Smith 1894, I do believe. Let me just double check that. Let's have a quick look. Taylor Smith 1894. Brilliant. So we have our 3 finalists for the duck race, and let me just see if I can we have CY Sterling, Malcolm Midles, and Taylor Smith 1894 are our finalists. We will find out who gets to go home with all the goodies. just after 9 o'clock. But congratulations, Taylor. That is absolutely fantastic. Now, why can't I get the duck race to load now? This is going to be really, really annoying if I can't. I don't know what's happened here. I'll close down my internet browser and see if that helps. But yeah, it's a little bit worrying. Right, we will have to cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, we'll go back to the comments. Can you remember where you were?
Yeah, I've just had to...
yes, Cyber Soundman.
Yes, I've got I've just had to unplug my mic and put a charger in because my battery's gonna die. So hopefully can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, it's just as good, mate, as it was before. So that's no problem at all. Yeah, just going back to the comments, Blistering Barnacles has said, and everyone, please don't stop. Keep sharing this. Oh, thank you very much, BB, mate. I really appreciate that. Ray says, when Labour win the election, do you think they will come after stackers with some sort of tax? Ooh, I don't know. They already get us with the VAT, don't they? I think they should be taking tax away from stackers, not adding it. I think investment bullion should be VAT free. Personally, what are your thoughts on that, mate?
Oh, well, I'd love it to be VAT free. Yeah, I think I remember seeing. I remember seeing someone speaking about it. That I can't say why exactly there is VAT applied on silver. I think it's something to do with jewellery, but then again, there's lots of gold.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Investment silver, so bullion, that's sold for investment purposes. Because if you buy from the Royal Mint, the bullion, you buy it from a separate entity of the Royal Mint, don't you? They've got the commemorative coins in the bullion section, and if you buy a bullion piece, it doesn't show in your orders, it shows in the transaction. So I think anything like that that's sold specifically for investment purposes should be VAT free. Now, I can understand things like jewellery, etc., having VAT applied to them, but I generally do think when it comes to things like Silver Britannias, that kind of thing, yeah. I think they should be VAT free personally.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Gord is... Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, just very quickly, Gord has let us know that he's got to pop off for a while, but hopefully she'll be back soon. And it'd be great to have you back, mate. But you take care, and thank you so much for joining us up to yet. Sorry, buddy, what were you saying there?
Yeah, I was saying it pretty much, as you said, yeah, it makes sense too. I mean, they do review it, and they do make amends and changes on it. They did take away the VAT on gold. I can't remember when exactly it was. It was a little while ago now, but I think it was during the last Labour that they removed the VAT on gold. Whether we see the VAT being removed off silver bullion for investment purposes only, who knows? Well, something might change, something might come in. It's different in the US, isn't it? Because there's lots of states that don't have that tax applied, which is why it would probably make sense to save in silver. Silver is very controversial as a savings option here, just purely because the VAT is 20% on top of the price, and people will say, well, what's the point in buying silver new when VAT